Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Matt and I'm back with Kerbal Space Program Hard Career Mode. In the last episode we finally got Bill, Bob and Valentina leveled up, even though we didn't get to the moon. And I said I would do some part test contracts, but I didn't do them yet. As you can see from the funds. For several reasons. One is it's better to do them if you can do more of them at a time. Second, you might be interested in seeing what those pod test contracts look like, especially if they are done several at a time. And the third is I wanted to check the admin building, because we got a lot of reputation we are not using. And this bailout grant would give us reputation, funds for reputation. The problem is we don't have enough reputation yet, and this counts as an active strategy, and we already have one. So yeah, this won't work unless we upgrade the admin building, and since that is 300,000 funds, which we don't have, this won't happen. Another thing is I realized that with the troubles I had getting 3 Kerbals to orbit, I don't think getting 3 Kerbals to the moon is going to happen. Which means I won't take any of these tourist contracts. Instead, I think I will decline one of them to see if maybe we get a different one that I can do, maybe off camera, to get some more funds. And I think I'll take this one with the 4 tourists, because that one would mean getting 3 Kerbals to both the moon and Minmus, which I don't think is going to happen anytime soon. And we did... what? We got a new part test contract in orbit, but I don't think we're gonna do that. So instead, I'm not sure what I will do. Just for grins, we're gonna take the highest paying hard test contract, so you can see what they look like. This. Testing the TR-18A stack decoupler landed at Kerbin. You accept that? And build a new craft. It's gonna be a very simple one. As in... where was it? Structural. TR-18A. We're gonna put that stack decoupler on top, which is looking weird, but that's fine. This craft costs 1000 funds to launch. Well, launch is... isn't exactly the word I would use, but yeah. Jeb gets to fly it, because this is an odd-numbered episode. I won't give a name to this craft. So we're at the launch pad. This counts as landed at Kerbin, on Kerbin. It might not count if we use the launch stability enhancer. But the only thing I'm gonna do is stage, which fires that decoupler, and we get 3089 funds. 1 science, 1 reputation. Or maybe 0 reputation, because we're trading that in 4 funds. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure about that. So, time for recovery. And we get the full 1000 funds back. Because we didn't jettison anything. So 134, yeah, I think we got 1 reputation. And this would be a tour into orbit around Kerbin, which would give us a bunch of funds, which is nice. We can take this one later. First off, what we want to do is get to the moon, and we are not using this one for that. We are using a modified version of the Gagarin, I think. Of the Gagarin 2? Yeah, of the Gagarin 2. That's assumed a bit far. Okay, so we keep the heat shield, we lose the additional crew capsules, we lose those parachutes, we lose the nose cone. Instead we put on Mark 16 parachute. And now we can add 7 more parts. One of those is going to be a fuel tank in the center stage. Which leaves us at 17 tons. Which means we are... oh no. We need the T30 engine. And then we can add 10 more parts. No, this doesn't work. 10 more parts. Those are gonna be 3 fuel tanks for each booster. A nose cone, also for each booster, and the Reliant for the boosters, which leaves us at 33 tons, with the Reliant at 400, or with 2 Reliants at 400 thrust. That should get us upwards slowly but surely. Don't call me Shirley. No, actually I think I'm not gonna do this. I'm going to change things around a bit. No, I wanted triple symmetry, but because I was touching the boosters, which are a double symmetry, it went down to double. No, this was what I wanted. Okay. And we got a few too many parts, which isn't bad. I just need to adjust everything a bit. Okay. Still 2 parts. One more part. I think I'm gonna take out this fuel tank. Okay, with that, however, I can use the swivel in this case. No, what? You weren't supposed to add them here, you were supposed to add it here. And of course, the boosters are too low now, which is fine. They were too high, now they are low enough. Okay, at 30 tons again, and yeah, that should do it. And this craft needs a new name. And it's gonna be the Sinatra, because it will hopefully fly us to the moon. No, don't worry, I'm not gonna sing. I won't do that to you. Okay, Jet is still the pilot. But I need to fix the staging. Yeah, that should do it. 3 engines, 3 decouplers. Yeah, that should work. Okay, now with everything set up, we can launch. This is a pretty heavy craft, so I'm not sure how long the boosters will hold out. And being one winglet short, okay, I might want to throttle down a bit, because we're getting some drag, which isn't exactly the way I want to go, because that's pretty much wasting fuel, and we don't have all that much. That. Getting ready for staging now. And there we go. Problem is, of course, that the being one winglet short brought us to a somewhat inclined orbit, which I will need to fix at some point. Sooner would be better if you ask me, but I know nobody does ask me. Okay, we're approaching our apoapsis, or a good apoapsis. An apoapsis in space. Yeah. Now we're gonna get to space for sure. I'm not sure about orbit, but with the kind of fuel we got left, it should be doable. Should be. Yeah, now I'm just gonna coast to space and then throttle up again. I just wanted to say I'm thinking about doing the physics warp, but we are so close to space that I might not need it. Okay. Throttling up. Hopefully circularizing our orbit. Hopefully doing so before we run out of fuel in the current stage. Not very hopeful, but you never know what might happen. Well, we're surely approaching circularization or an orbit. Which means I'm gonna wait a little. Yeah. No, I'm just gonna... Yep, that was our fuel in this stage. But it's pretty good. This stage is gonna crash into... or go down through the atmosphere, crash into Kerbin, and we're not littering. Which is one of my goals here. to avoid littering if I can. And we are in orbit. Now I'm wondering, because the best time to burn for the moon is when it's coming over the horizon, if you don't have maneuver nodes, which we don't. But the problem is we got an inclined orbit. Still, I think I'll burn just now and then fix the whole inclination business when it's clear we're gonna get to the moon orbit. And the thing is, the moon is going around Kerbin counterclockwise. Yeah, and so are we, so that's pretty much how going to the moon works. You get yourself rotating or orbiting the planet in the same direction, and then just try to get your apoapsis to the point where your target body is supposed to be. And I'm feeling like we might overshoot it a bit, but that's okay. The thing is, we need to burn a bit to the north, I fear, to hit it. And that will result in us, or that will result in our apoapsis getting even further out, so we might even miss the moon. Which is not exactly the outcome I had in mind. But that's okay. That's easily fixed. If I can remember which way our retrograde marker is. And it's there. So I'm just gonna bring it in a bit, bring our apoapsis down, and yeah, apparently we need to upgrade the mission control for getting mission planning nodes, as in encounters, which is new, which is something I haven't faced yet. But I've got to admit, before 0.9 I haven't played with upgradable buildings, and before this launch right now I haven't tried to get to the moon with upgradable buildings. So yeah, I think what we're gonna do is leave Jeb going towards the moon right now. Because he'll take some time to get there. I have no idea how long, because the control things are not yet there because of the lack in the mission, lack of upgrades in mission control. But I guess we'll find out. I think it was a day or maybe two, so yeah. I will do a time warp at some point. However, we also got this contract. Getting an orbit around Kerbin with 2 tourists. And I think we'll take this. And since we got into orbit with the Gagarin 2 before, with 3 Kerbals on board, that's exactly what we're gonna repeat, hopefully. Wait, did I pick the wrong contract? No, 2 tourists. Yeah. That's... yeah. Yeah, please pay no attention to Gemtia Kerman. That is left over from some file editing I had to do because I messed up this save file at one point. As in I forgot to do a backup and did some big mistakes. There was some glitching, and I had a tourist contract active at that point. One I might still do in the future. And yeah, I set everything back to the way it was before I started, except for this Kerbal. I'll do that later, and yeah, just forget you saw her just now. Okay, but back to our regularly scheduled program. We're gonna launch the Gagarin 2 and get 2 tourists into orbit. Hopefully. And equally hopefully, we'll get them back out of orbit without any problems. So, fingers crossed. And yeah, that's one of the reasons why I did the other tourist contract off camera. It's because because the launches are pretty much the same each time, and well, except for the fact that in this case, once again, Wilgun Kerman is happy and Bobgun Kerman isn't, which isn't something that happened in the other tourist contracts, because all the contracts I did off camera were full of Kerbals who were panicking. There was not a single happy one there. Seems I only get those when I'm recording. Okay. So yeah. Jeb is still going strong. Actually, I think I can just switch SAS off now and leave everything to gravity and the air and everything, and I didn't think that... oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. I didn't think that the solid fuel boosters broke into that many parts, but I get the feeling that maybe the VAB is damaged. Which I hope isn't the case, but from all the explosions, I'm not ruling it out. And now we're facing our usual problem. getting into orbit and being low on fuel to do so. Actually, no, actually we got 2 full fuel tanks, so as long as we don't fall back down, we should be fine. Which is, I think, the thing that was... which was also the case in the last episode. It's been a few days since I recorded that, so... yeah, I don't exactly remember what happened then. I just know we somehow got the craft into orbit. Eventually. Wait. No, we're still not in space yet. Yeah, that's true. I might have said that before. That's the problem with the LV909. It's very weak. Especially in atmosphere, I think. So it's a good thing we're gonna get to space very soon. And yeah, I think I'll do the whole getting to the moon part maybe next episode, actually. The getting to the moon itself. Although I'm considering giving Jeb a little boost still, because I'm not yet sure. No, he will get to lunar orbit, or to the moon's path. Yeah, to the moon's orbit, right. I'm not sure if he will get into orbit around the moon, or even get into its sphere of influence. And I'm not entirely sure we're gonna make orbit just now. But yeah. Getting out to where the moon is supposed to be is a thing that's definitely gonna happen to Jet. Yep, orbit is head. Orbit around Kerbin complete. 2,000 funds. Another 2,000 funds? Oh right, they both wanted to go to orbit, but only one wanted to go suborbital. Which is odd. Or probably the thing is only one was willing to pay extra for suborbital. Okay. So we got 35,000 funds. And they're not gonna get a full orbit. They're only gonna get on an orbital path. Because I'm bringing them down right now. So as to not make the video too long. Although, the way it's going right now, this may even be one of my shorter ones. Of course not counting the very first one. Okay. Jettisoning the stage. No, this way. Oops. Turning off SAS and doing the physics warp. Because that whole re-entry thing is something you've seen before, something that's mostly waiting actually by the speed at which Jeb is going out to the moon? I'm not sure yet. If he won't be in a position to figure out if he's gonna get an encounter by the time we hit the ground. Presuming we don't hit it as hard as I'm hoping we don't. What am I doing? Why am I... I wanted to switch off physics warp and instead switched on SAS. That keeps happening to me. I'm not sure why. Well, actually I got a pretty good idea why. I see they haven't fixed that issue yet. Not sure what the light is reflecting off there, but I think that's some reflection. Probably the inside of Kerbin. At least that's my guess. Okay, that was opening the chutes a bit late. They momentarily had to endure 10 Gs of deceleration. Oh well. They wanted to go to space. They wanted to get the full experience. And while they didn't get get to do a whole orbit around Kerbin, at least they got to get pushed into their couches. And at least I got 0.2 science. Still 2000 funds from the whole capsules. And later was also some left. The tourist advanced to level 1, which isn't helping me a lot, but yeah, the VAB got destroyed. 36,000. Oh, I hate that. But okay, it's... yeah. We got 3,000 from the contract. 5,000, 11,000. So all in all, on this whole flight, with getting the VAB destroyed, that was a loss of, I think, 14,000 or something in that vicinity. Chrome on a crutch. Yeah, I think this time I'm really gonna do the contracts, the part tests, so we don't go broke. And maybe even take out, do some more, or see if I can get some more contracts, some more science to get some more funds. What I wanted to still do as well is adjust Jeb's... oh, doesn't have a lot of electric charge. Is adjust Jeb's path a bit. Because as I said, I'm not exactly sure if he will get to the moon or get that close to the moon. He should, but I just brought his apoapsis up so he really gets to gets close to the moon at least, so if he misses now I brought it up too far. If he misses now I don't know what else I can do. Okay, that's pretty much intersecting. So let's hope he doesn't overshoot it. I'm gonna switch off SAS so he can keep his 45 electric charge. And yeah, we'll see next episode whether he makes it. Ah, there we go. At the very least, I can do a crew report while in space high over Kerbin. It's very round. You keep that data. That might be a nice screenshot. What was it? No, F1 was the normal screenshot key, I think. But I might take the screenshot from the video later. So, as I said, I'll do some contracts off camera. We learned that tourist contracts pay out well, but are not worth it if you destroy your VAB. Surprise! And yeah, hopefully next episode Jeb gets to the moon. And yeah. And I'll also fix the fix my crew roster. The tourist that shouldn't have been there. Because that wasn't exactly something that was supposed to happen. So forget you saw her. Until then, thank you and good night.